Hi, I'm here at the foot of Mount Ainslie on Ngunnawal country. You can see the runners going by on the path. This is an amazing spot to be early in the morning, just after sunrise. I just found something out about the battleground of family and how within 24 hours it is possible to resolve a family conflict. Wow, this is very inspiring to me. I happen to subscribe to the belief system that if the momentary repetitive conflicts that erupt within a family could be loved and deepened and unfolded right to the end within 24 hours, this would be a great contribution to the anti-war movement. Okay, don't believe me? Here's my story. You could cut the air with a knife. I say, the reason I said it was not, but it was because daughter says that's nothing to do with it. That's something you always do. I'm reconciled to it and I've just got used to the fact that you're like that. Okay, end of story. Nothing is resolvable in the moment. I leave the room, go to bed, upset, feel bad. I've upset my daughter and I've upset myself and I haven't been able to get my own point across. I think that I should be listened to. I have a dream. In the dream, my daughter is driving my lovely shiny blue truck and she bumps into the railing against the road. I have a look at the bump on the car. It's not much. It's just a tiny little thing, a little white mark. You can rub it off. I wake up, I think, okay, in the morning, we're going to be able to resolve this. It's not much. It's just a tiny little mark. It hasn't really made a dent in the relationship. In the morning, which is a couple of hours ago, I say, there's something I have to get off my chest. Have you got a minute for us to talk about it? She says, yes, okay. But she says it in a way like this. Oh, yes, okay. And I think, oh, you've got something on your chest too. So I say, oh, do you have something too that you want to say to me? No, go on, go ahead, just say it. Okay, so I go ahead and I say that thing that happened last night. I just want to explain what happened. She says, no, you don't understand. It's not about. That didn't really matter to me. That's not what bothered me. What bothered me was that you have something that you insist on doing, and you're probably not even aware you're doing it, that when something is hidden in the dark, you just want to bring it to light, and you do not have a good filter as to when a good moment is for that or not. It's really good how you do that in your work, but in the family, you just have no idea what you're creating by bringing things to light that don't really belong in the public sphere. Wow, nobody ever in my life gave me such direct feedback about my own internal awareness gap. Wow, I said. Now I realize, Julia, you're not getting the point. You've made your point. It's not going down. You're not getting good feedback. The fact that you explained yourself is not cooling the other side. Clearly you're not getting signals that are saying, oh, that's a relief. Wow, I say, you're right. Nobody ever said it to me like that before. I realize I do that. Okay, I'm going to take that on board. Then I say, but I'm just feeling this and this and this. Then I say, oops, am I doing that thing now? Bringing out into the public between us what actually I should be working on internally. What is best to work on internally for me in this moment? And she says, no, that's fine. She says, yeah, I think it's really good you have that characteristic. It's good in this and this and this situation, but not good in that situation. And what I realize is, from last night, she says, you don't even notice you're doing it. Wow. Now I feel I'm not being blamed. It's an awareness gap. You don't notice you're doing it. That's a relief. I notice the relief. I catch the relief. Oh, I say thank you. Okay, that's really helpful. This is something I can really work with. How to bring what's in my private sphere into the public when it's the right context, how not to bring it when it's the wrong context. Then I have another insight. I just remembered. Yesterday, I was working with a client who was working on an issue within the organization to do with public and private spheres. Wow. Already I had the first signal. Here was me thinking I was talking about the client's organization, and then 5 minutes later, I am on the side in the client's organization of the one out of context. Wow. Then I have the dream, which reassures me we're going to resolve this really quickly. Then in the morning, we have the discussion, which was slightly uncomfortable to start with, but we kept going to the end. Then we had a cool spot, meaning relief. I got something. She felt it, that I got something. And she said, I know you didn't mean it, and I actually love that you have that characteristic in the world, that you bring things out that are hidden. Wow. Then we jumped in the car, went and got a coffee, drove to the foot of the mountain. She's gone up the mountain. I've come over here to talk to you. This is amazing. War remedies. Thanks for listening. Bye.